just
Hey, welcome
based on
back to
the
the
job I
Blockheads,
have.
episode 15. I'm currently being chased by Casey, I think. I was, maybe. Oh, nope, she
No,
teleported.
no, she's teleported to me because I'm not doing anything.
She teleported to our
I'm
domestic
making
idiot.
sure that you're not dead, and you're not. So good job.
Yes,
And
Minecraft.
anyways,
But your head is on backwards.
Anyways, no, actually, if I had to put anything up to it right now, I'd have to say that I was surprised at the prices of the 9th generation CPU.
Okay, question.
Have you seen the new tension?
I'm not going to try and buy a 10th gen because the second that thing comes out, it's going to be, oh my god.
Okay, question. Before you two girls keep talking about your computer's makeup, what the hell makes computer parts so damn expensive, anyways?
What's actually in them?
Is it like gold and stuff or something, or is it
Yes.
just like?
Yes, exactly.
Well, how much actually goes into them? Because I mean, you actually have to tear
Quite
apart a shit ton of computers.
Quite a
to
lot.
make.
But it's
Quite a lot.
it's enough.
Like a
So-
like a high end CPU's probably got. God, I don't even know how much.
So they can't use anything other than gold.
Not really, especially something like.
It's really good. It's I don't know how to explain it.
So you know,
I
like
mean,
those.
silver works too.
So if I were to
Not-
That's cheaper.
Tim,
What?
if I were to take your CPU, flip it over, that entire bottom half is basically what it connects to the motherboard's gold, and so was the prongs that are connected to it.
Okay, couldn't they use like a would galvanized steel work? Does that conduct electricity? Unless it has 2-point contacts.
Well, it's not just that though. The higher the clock speed, the more flexible the material has to be because you're really shoving out a shitload of heat, especially the more cores you have.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
So, I'm gonna say what an i9's at almost 200 degrees Celsius if it's not water.
Yeah, about that.
When I'm a millionaire, just to flex on anyone or everyone, I'm gonna have all of my things made out of tungsten and titanium.
But
Why?
anyways,
I'm gonna have all the glowing parts of my computer uranium.
probably the cheapest thing you could buy of the new generation would be a hard drive.
And I already have 3 terabytes at my disposal that I've barely even used, even though I have damn near all my games on it. But the casing of my next computer is going to be made out of depleted uranium. Actually, no,
Tim?
depleted plutonium fuel rods.
Tim,
What?
Tim,
The fuck do you want?
your external hard drive, if you were to move, you would lose everything.
If I was to what?
If you were to shut power off, unplug it, and leave it unplugged for an extended amount of time, you would lose everything.
How? That makes no sense.
Because it's over a USB.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't back itself up, so it's
So it draws power from the computer. So if the computer does not have constant supply, and it doesn't matter if it's on or off, if it does not have a constant supply, it's going to wipe itself.
Well, then I'll never turn my computer off.
You can. That's not what I'm talking about.
you turn off. You can't unplug
I
it.
know.
Well, I mean, you can, but
Yeah. All right. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know. I was just talking to Dakota. But anyways, Tim,
Yeah.
I was trying to explain this to you because the CPU I have in mine's a i391F,
Yeah.
and that's what $70 at the moment.
it's only $70, really.
Yeah, it was only like $70 when I bought it.
It's a pretty good deal, actually.
So, anyways, I was gonna say the reason I was telling you couldn't get it is because your motherboard's too far out of date.
Mine.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I was trying to tell you if you were gonna try to upgrade your CPU to anything newer, you would have to scrap your entire computer.
That's horrible.
Which also would mean you would be losing everything but your SATA drives.
Okay.
Because you'd have to wait for me to complete it, and if I were to do it on the spot, it puts your 3 terabyte external on a kind of a
Wait,
hot.
could I not just, while it's on, unplug the 3 terabyte external and then go plug it into the computer out in the living room and just leave it there?
No.
That is
No,
unfucking
because
stupid.
the computer out there wouldn't recognize the data on.
Well, all the
wait.
games that I have on that thing have been on that one before.
But the thing on the drive is set to the configuration of that computer.
Alright.
No.
The hard drives are kind of annoying when it comes to that.
That's why M.2 is so much better now.
What?
Huh?
Just saying. That's why M.2 is so much better. Just saying.
Oh yeah, M.2 is the best. I have one in this system actually. That's how my Minecraft got downloaded so quick.
I have no idea what that is.
It's basically a SSD that directly gets connected to the motherboard.
Okay.
So basically it never loses power, never.
Nice.
So if
I'm sorry.
What happened?
I don't know how to explain this. Anyways, Tim,
Yes.
to put it in perspective, your motherboard doesn't have a M.2 drive
Okay.
at all, and it's from the same generation as Casey's.
Uh-huh.
But Casey's, because it was my actual gaming rig, has an M.2 on it. It's an older M.2, but it still has it on it.
Alright.
I don't think Tim knows what M.2 is. So.
You guys realize you're speaking Swahili after being auto-translated into Cyrillic, right?
Okay, do you know what a USB is?
I know what a USB is.
Okay, imagine something the size of a USB that plugs into the motherboard, and it's a hard drive, and it never leaves your system.
That's amazing.
That's basically what it is.
Alright.
That's the simplest way I can put it. What size is your M.2 Dakota? Is it a
I'm not
500
sure.
or?
6 trillion.
It's a 500. Yeah.
Okay, so yours is a little bit nicer than mine. Mine's like a 256. So, but then again, I was working on a pretty tight budget, so.
Yeah. This is my graduation gift. So.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a $2,100 build. So.
Damn. What graphics card you got on that thing?
RTX 2060.
I'm only running a GTX 1050.
I mean, it's not bad.
No, it plays most of the games I play damn near their maximum specs, and it still is able to record stuff. So
I don't understand how you guys can say that, and then I'm able to play movie graphics on War Thunder whenever the hell I want, and I can do that for 24 hours straight, and it never has a problem.
That's because you're not recording anything. You're not putting anything else to tax it.
Okay.
So, say you were to slap your recording software onto that, then your GPU would. How should I put it? It would become a potato.
Ha!
Great. Casey would fall in love with my computer.
Yes, I would.
Please don't
Is
do
that a
this.
pretty
Love
good
me.
Dakota? Is
Yes,
that a pretty good description of what
great
what that thing would do?
Well, have you seen his videos? It's pretty obvious what happens.
Okay, not my
Tim,
Minecraft ones.
Tim, if
Well,
you
no,
were
but
to
we're talking about movie graphics on War Thunder.
if you were to drop your graphics on War Thunder down to back to like say mid or something, then I would say it wouldn't have a top. Would you stop, Casey?
Would she? Yeah. Should she? Yeah. Can she? Fuck no.
No.
Anyways, if you were to drop your graphics, say back down to mid, I would say then you wouldn't have a problem.
All right.
But because you're trying to do top graphics and everything, that's where you're running into problem.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the newer stuff requires the GTX series.
Okay. back on the computer in the living room, which sucks ass, and you can't even open Google Chrome on that damn thing, pretty much. I was able to record pretty much whatever the hell I wanted, and it never had any problems. So
what settings? What were the settings?
From the World of Tanks ones, I was playing on, I think, either high or ultra high.
What were you using to record?
Bandicam.
Okay,
yeah.
Is that I don't fucking understand, you guys.
Okay, Bandicam. So each recording software has its own presets for how much encoding power it needs for certain levels of graphics.
Okay.
So if the GPU it meets the requirement, if GPU is able to handle it, you're not going to run into anything. It's going to run smoothly.
Okay.
But say you were to try and run XSplit, OBS on that system, on probably I'm going to assume anything, it would kind of just crap out.
Okay.
The CPU temperature would probably be off the charts for the damn thing.
So you used the free version of Bandicam, right?
Yeah, you can only do 10-minute videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, that only records in 720p.
Yeah. So it wouldn't do anything to the onboard graphic.
All right.
But OBS is, I'm assuming, a newer recording software.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of the newer stuff kind of scrapped their support for old gens. Like, your CPU's meeting the requirements, and it's trying to take in the load from the GPU. So that's why when you're...
load. Giggity.
So when you're trying to record, you're seeing glitches. That's the CPU trying to take over and try to take over and assist the graphics card, but there's no extra support there.
Okay.
The onboard graphics was never enabled on the CPU.
Got it.
Because your CPU can support onboard graphics, but I never put those drivers into it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing there to support the GPU in your computer.
So basically, your GPU can't keep up with the requirements. Or am I completely wrong with that?
No, you're not. You're not.
If that's the bottleneck, then that should be...
I actually went to their website and it said GTX series. So, and Tim's running a GT series.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could get a GTX 660 and you'd meet the requirements, but still you wouldn't be able to do top anything.
Okay.
The best bet would be to get something similar to what I'm running. That's on the lower end, because right now it's 154.
Yeah.
I got mine for about 100, so...
Mm-hmm.
That's off Amazon, man. But I waited a full year until I got some... I got promotional things, so I got some extra cash from Amazon themselves.
Yeah.
Because of some fuck-ups. And I had some extra cash on me. And I waited till Black Friday, and I got a nice deal on it.
Alright.
Not to say that it will happen. The market fluctuates like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, the year that I bought both those CPUs that are in your Casey systems,
Yeah.
they were only $40.
Damn.
Right now, I think they're almost back up to almost 100.
Jesus.
I
mean, I'm just fine recording. I'm just fine recording anything on lower graphics because I mean you can still get the videos out there, and most of the time, most people watching, they don't really care about graphics. They care about content, and I'm trying to put a lot more time into Airsoft than anything. I'm trying to go back and forth between Airsoft and this, and I mean I have a fucking GoPro, a Hero 8, I believe. You know, top of the line at the moment. So I just need to figure out a mount, and I gotta find the damn charger cord for it because
They make chest mounts you can get.
Yeah.
I know. I want to get one, or one of the rifle mounts, but unfortunately, none of my guns that I have Picatinny rails. Not a single one of them.
Zip ties.
I'm not putting a zip-tied GoPro on my Thompson, Dakota.
Okay. Hey. Real quick.
Yes, Mom?
You're gonna have to drop the resolution of that video to 720.
What video? What?
Well, if you have a Hero 8,
Mm-hmm.
that comes out at 1080p.
Okay.
Okay. So you said you were trying to cord and everything on War Thunder and everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how should I put this? Your GPU is going to try to render the 1080p. I mean, I don't know if it might be able to, considering it's able to handle the War Thunder graphics.
Yeah.
But judging on how you say your recording software, if you were to go into edit anything, like to brighten anything, you're going to run into some more issues.
Okay.
So
One thing for sure, if it is able to do it, it's going to take like twice as long as it already does. So, like, just keep that in mind.
Yeah, also, I'm pretty sure that thing can't handle 240 frames per second in 1080p.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because that's the specs on the Hero 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying so you don't have to pull your graphics card out and do a nice deep clean on that fan of its, or replace the fan in general.
I'm cooking so many potatoes. Seriously, I'm cooking at least maybe 1,000 potatoes, maybe.
Damn! Holy shit! Where'd you get that many potatoes?
Have you seen the farm? Casey made a farm behind our house. I got 9.
Yes.
I got 9 poisoned potatoes.
I put a bell down, and now I forgot where I put it.
Ding!
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Around here.
So hey Dakota.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how goddamn lucky I got with that CPU of mine?
Wait. So the one you're using currently, or the one?
Yeah, the one I'm using currently.
Yeah, because that'd be nice.
Found it.
How the hell do you place scaffolding going up?
Yes.
I mean,
I found it.
I mean, if you want to go from a really untrusted source, it's $50.
What?
Right now, it's still sitting around $78.25.
All right.
I mean,
what's the CPU again? Which one is it? Oh, it's the I.
It's
okay.
the 91F.
Yeah. All right.
I'm still surprised. I'm still surprised at that price range, considering its counterpart, which is $150.
Yeah.
and they get about the exact same turbo. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they get the identical turbo.
What did I just hear?
What?
I heard a voice I didn't like.
What?
Let me check this cord real quick. Oh, thank God.
Yeah. So, Tim,
Yes, Mom.
I can see if the 91F works in an H11 one. I'm not sure it will.
Okay.
What? Oh my God. I was texting someone. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, okay. So
Did
this
she
is
spawn another giant zombie.
This is
What?
not
No.
okay.
Hey, Dakota.
Yeah.
Do you know if the H111's H1, no, not 111, 110s had 300 chip series.
I mean, I've heard of a
I'm
BF110, but never an
not
H110.
sure. It's possible, but
I mean, Messerschmitt makes some good ones.
Because if it does, he'd be able to run this CPU.
Aren't bells great?
a good question.
Why is...
I've never used that series of.
Yeah, he's got a
Violent
Gigabyte
ringing.
H110 micro ATX
Ding, ding, ding,
ATX
ding,
motherboard, so
Hey, was that your bell just constantly ringing?
Well, it is 4 bells, but
Okay, where are
Yeah.
they?
yes.
Over here.
oh no, not at all. It says it
They
right
can't?
here.
Where
Supports
are we
7th
going?
and
Where are
7th
they?
and 6th generation Intel core processors. It's 2 generations low. Which also means they're going to be.
just kind of shit out of luck.
Where are the bells?
It's a great question. Where are they?
I didn't get a
I mean,
single fucking answer from you guys. I'm heading out.
I'm
I
just saying
don't
this:
know
if
where
he's
the-
willing to shell out like $200, he'd be able to get
I'm
something.
cheap. I'm very cheap.
Yeah, I showed him I sent him like a CPU for like 150, and
Oh, God.
he like
Oh, hello.
crashed. He couldn't deal with it. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, yeah, what? Because I mean,
When the new AMD CPU is like 6,000.
I have never.
Yeah,
Who actually pays that much for it?
A lot of people,
I would.
tons of people, like millions of people.
So something you could pay a lot less for that does the exact same thing.
It doesn't do the exact same thing.
Casey, stop
you
attacking my
upgrade-
character.
Like if you upgrade to like an i5 from what you have now, you will understand.
Casey, stop.
Well,
I gave you a pet. It's another pet.
I mean, I never wanted a gaming computer for recording or anything. I just wanted it to game,
good
and
pet, I
I
promise.
just started.
Well,
recently.
what we're saying is compared to what you're having right now. Say you bought one with graphics with a VSync graphics support, kind of like the one I have.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter that your GPU is just a series below what you need to run OBS. Your CPU would be able to take the little extra load that. Stop laughing every time I say that.
It's hilarious.
Anyways, it would be able to do it, and you would be able to record an OBS without a problem.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that's a good thing.
Yes, it's a good thing.
What are good things, sir?
I mean, I've been looking at upgrading my GPU for a while now, so I mean,
I just kind of need a new monitor. That's all I need. I need something twice as big, 50% wider.
What do you think you can upgrade to?
what did you say you had in your system? An RTX?
Yeah,
What number?
2060.
Damn, dude, that is an expensive card. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's like one full paycheck for me. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Hold on. I just want to see the price of Tim's graphics card right now. just to see what the one I bought.
if you want to compare it, also my CPU is a i7 9700K.
Damn. That is a nice CPU. What's the turbo up to?
4.1.
I don't understand any of this.
Nah,
Okay.
it's a bunch of nerd talk.
Okay. How the hell?
Yeah, you're one to speak, Casey.
So I'm
What?
beating. Well, not in the
Calling me
graphics
a
card.
nerd all the time.
But my
You are.
computer's beating your CPU by like
You really are.
1 gigahertz, and I can't even unlock this thing.
So what's your core count?
4?
Mine's 8.
Yeah, yours
So I get-
is an 8 core. And they all can turbo up to 4.1. So
And my uncle's computer he built before he died can still beat all of your guys's.
so Tim's the current price of Tim's graphics card's $106.
Okay.
The lower end of that spectrum is $60. I'm thinking.
I mean, I got most of my hard drives for free. Well, no, I'm not saying free because I had to lose a little bit of morality for them, but
Hey, I went through legitimate sources at Cambridge to get my old hard drives. So
Well,
I mean,
Nate, Dakota, you guys know how I got my hard drives and the ones that are in Casey's computer, right? I told you guys that.
the ones that are in Casey's. Some of the ones in Casey's computer are for me.
Well, the two primary ones that I put in there, the the 250 and the 200.
Oh, by the way, Casey, I think I might know
I
also
stole them.
what's screwing up your computer.
What?
Yeah.
You need to format those drives.
Oh.
Oh, have you?
No,
Okay.
she can't.
Uh,
She doesn't even have Windows 10
That's
on.
honestly something.
you can still format a drive in Windows 7.
I know,
But it sucks.
my whole thing was, dude.
You should probably look into getting Windows 10 soon because Windows 7 is shutting down.
Okay,
The one
I
that she's
I can't fucking speak.
shut up.
See, I have 3 cans of
Dakota?
green gas. I'm gonna shove them into your fucking ear sockets.
Dakota.
Yeah.
The Windows 7 she's running has some extra support for it for a little while longer.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
So,
Anyway,
but
I had Casey's computer
Casey.
sitting.
if you want, I will send you the Windows 10 stuff.
It didn't work. Do you remember how it sat on my floor for about 3 weeks trying to update to Windows 10, but it kept saying that there was an error, and you came by and looked at it and said, there's nothing we can do about it.
That was
remember
trying to force it using an old Windows 10 actually went through a whole big ass update. I was using an outdated free copy of it.
Okay, well then.
Anyways,
I have to fix that.
And technically, so are you. I was saying I could just buy her a whole new key,
Okay.
and she could just, I could just set and send her my flash drive, and she could just use it. That's what I was saying. Or she could use my key. Technically, you can even use my key, and it would still work.
So
Don't ask
how
that.
long is that?
Huh?
How long is that Windows 7 gonna be up for, though?
About 2 years.
Oh, okay.
The one I had, because our school dumped its Windows 7 stuff,
Oh my god.
and that's how I was able to how I was able to skip the requirements for Windows to get to Windows 10.
Oh, okay.
So I when Windows 10 gave out that free upgrade like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Aren't all Windows updates
So-
free?
No.
No.
Anyways, so all those computers that updated like that still have that in their coding. And the old version of Windows 10 is so broken, you can copy that onto a flash drive, and that flash drive is able to become a free upgrader to Windows 10. So basically, I was able to take, as long as I had a key for Windows 7, I could install Windows 7 completely, update to Windows 10. The problem is I didn't have my driver's disk for the motherboard. So there's no USB support on that computer at the moment.
The lag, the silencing. I hate it.
So when I went to do it, there was no real way to do it, so I put it on a disk. Well, the Windows 7 that's installed in it is conflicting with the other version of Windows 7 that's on it, because there's an other hard drive that I never formatted that's on there, so it's conflicting. So it's trying to update, and it's trying to also update the other one. So it's trying to perform 2 updates at the same time.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
so how long does this video run? 30 minutes, 45 seconds. Alright. We're 50 seconds, we're 55 seconds over our designated time slot.
This was the most boring episode probably ever.
Yeah, because these two idiots decided to go and talk about computers.
Well, I mean, I kind of liked it.
Hey,
I enjoyed
Casey.
Yes.
Casey, would you be okay if I bought you a Windows key, sent you my USB, and you just completely erased that computer that you have now and reinstalled everything?
You would have to teach her how to do that step by step. You would have to be on a Skype call or something.
Or just have your dad do it.
Or you could just, take control of my computer like a normal person.
Or you could just have your dad do it.
Anyways, everybody, this has been
Or you could do
episode
it.
15 of the Blockheads. This is a whole lot of computer talk. And we will
Nerds.
see you guys next week for the next video, even though this video is going to be coming out on Tuesday night. What the hell?
What?
I'm just now seeing Thick Tree.